Good afternoon to Madam Sabra and all my classmates. My name is Jin Yong Hong and my number matrix is 10DLS21F2061. The article that I choose is Article 4, and the topic for the following articles is challenges of online learning. Besides that, today I would like to share my topic of Article 4 that concludes as challenges of online learning. Now I will perform and elaborate the three recommendations of the article. The first point is the absence of a device during online learning. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a devastating impact on everyone, especially the underprivileged. Since the government declared school closures and online learning, many parents have started to fret. Not all parents can afford to buy a device for all school children. Therefore, their children need to share device in turn to participate in online classes. This is one of the biggest online learning challenges in the field of education during the Movement Control Order, as known as MCO, as it forces some students to miss out on learning. Therefore, if online learning is extended next year, we recommend that the Ministry of Education, as known as MOE, provide free device for underprivileged students. Next, the second recommendation of the article is less conducive atmosphere. Usually, families who have a comfortable home will definitely not feel this problem. Other than for those who live in comfort homes and need to stay alone with other siblings during the Conditional Movement Control Order as known as CMCO, and this will definitely be one of the challenges of online learning for them. There are students who will face major exams too. The boisterous atmosphere at home and comfortable study space will make it difficult for them to focus during the e-learning session. In addition, it is said that some parents will not seem to understand and give home assignments when the child needs to join an online class. If left unchecked, these children will definitely feel despair and no longer interest in learning. Furthermore, the third recommendation or article is student attitude during online learning sessions. There is no doubt that during face-to-face learning, there are some students who do not focus when the teacher is teaching. It is during the online learning sessions. It recently went viral a story of a teacher waiting for the participation of students during an online learning sessions, but no one participated in the class. It's way too disappointed to see the undisciplined attitude of students in studying. Not only that, there are also some students who join online classes like Google Meet just to meet the number of attendance. The fact is that behind deliberately turn off cameras, they perform unrelated work. A student deliberately performs funny stunts during online classes to attract the attention of others so that the classmate no longer focus on the teacher who is teaching. This will interfere the learning process carried out and cause insufficient time. Therefore, the students should give good cooperation throughout the PDPC and teachers should also be firm towards the students. Moreover, now we will move to three values of article. First, with the availability of online learning, students can undergo the learning activities in a comfortable, flexible, and cost-effective environment. This is because students only need mobile gadgets such as mobile phones and laptops that have an internet connection to learn. Not only that, online learning also makes it easier for students in terms of movement as there is no need to move to any class or center and there is no need to follow any admission or exit schedule. This allows students to study autonomously according to the time and choose specific times as well as comfortable places. Students can also spend the learning material according to the time and level of understanding of a topic by choosing the study time, place, and atmosphere they want to for their learning. It is very effective because students are not bound by a strict learning schedule. This can also save student costs as students do not have to spend more on nutrition, transportation, travel, accommodation, and other costs such as the cost of attending classes or courses in places far from where students live. Reference materials can also be attended online. Students do not need to print notes if they do not want to because the content used can be viewed again simply by opening the file via a mobile phone on the laptop. The review process is also easy because students can review it as many times as they want. In fact, online learning has been highlighted by the Education Minister since the MCO was implemented, and they encourage educators to provide a learning platform to students and incorporate learning modules in other platforms to apply online learning as well as foster awareness on the advantages of learning. Additionally, the second value or article I do think is a student certainly needs many books for each subject or course. However, learning online can reduce book use. This is because instructors will provide notes in PDF form or online notes that can be referenced. In addition to reducing the use of paper, students can reduce the cost of buying a relatively expensive book. If they need to go to school or university, students need to get out early because they need to catch up with the time to get to school before classes start. However, online learning is very convenient as students don't have to prepare early. Students will often only have an hour or a half hours before classes start. They just need to open a laptop to sit down to study with teachers and friends. Subsequently, the last period of article, I do think that with my points is instructors will often give enough time for each class to be done. With the advent of a schedule of classes from instructor, students can organize their schedule more easily. Since students also have things to do at home, they can sort out their time to study and for home affairs. If students learning online, students can arrange their study time. As well, in terms of time and place are very flexible if you study online. Students can choose a place they are comfortable with and can conduct their learning better. Online learning allows students to save money too. Most students spend a lot of money to pay their bus fares to go to college or universities. Money for eating should be also taken into account. If online learning is conducted, students just need to sit at home, open the laptop, and be able to do virtual learning. In a nutshell, if you are a student, you need to take into account all the advantages and disadvantages of studying online to get better results. Teachers also need to understand their tests in more detail. Studying in class and studying online is different. Therefore, both parties need to carry out their respective tests so that the teaching and defense can be done successfully. Many students may feel if they do not take this into account. Education is very important and students need to understand their role well. If the student is serious, so the fact success can be achieved easily.